The 27th of August sees the moon waxing into the house of Scorpio. Those under the influence of this sign are known for being very sensitive and having a very quick temper. Children of the softer sign should try to stand up for themselves more than they usually might, and natives of the more combative sign should be careful that they don't let their tempers get the best of them in delicate situations. Natives of Aries should try to play it cool today, as the predators just might become the prey. Natives of this sign often have no trouble knocking others out of the way to get what they want, but today people might be a little less likely to shake off such offenses. Taurians tend to prefer staying in their own spaces, and today this might be the best option. Children of this sign can be very harsh, and today is likely to be no different, but it can be easier to get away with offenses that are carried out on one's own turf. Gemini is the most social sign, and as such, they are likely to be the center of much danger today. Natives of this sign should try to move the conversations away from potentially controversial or inflammatory topics. Because Geminis often control the conversation, they may be able to save everyone some trouble. Cancerians should try to embrace the moon in Scorpio. Natives of this sign tend to be too easygoing, often allowing others to use and abuse them with no consequences. The Cancerian that stands their ground today is likely to be more respected in the future, provided they don't overdo it. Leos are advised to keep their voices down. Children of this sign tend to talk often and talk loudly, but the world is a very sensitive place today, and absolutely any sudden movement has the potential to become a problem very quickly. Virgoans likely know how to handle themselves, even on this dangerous day. Children of this sign tend to be quiet and subtle, but still dangerous when they feel that they are unfairly treated, or when they feel that someone has overstepped their boundaries. Librans are likely to witness a great deal of conflict today but should be very careful about whether they should become involved, or how to occupy that space once they do. Most arguments today are likely to be just a flash in the pan, and who's to say what will happen if someone pours water over them. Scorpios need to be particularly careful about how they carry themselves, as children of this sign are at particular risk of creating their own problems. Children of this sign who mistake an accident for an assault are only more likely to find themselves getting into fights. Sagittarians have little to worry about today, as children of this sign tend to prefer being alone, which puts them at fairly low risk. Furthermore, natives of this sign tend to be fairly laid back and careful with their words, which makes them less likely to cause or escalate the conflict. Natives of Capricorns may have the best luck staying in their own spaces today. Natives of this sign tend to be fairly territorial, so while staying on their own turf may make them more likely to get into trouble, they are likely to have an easier time solving that trouble than if they were somewhere else. Aquarians should think twice before opening their mouths today. Natives of this sign often like to talk about very controversial issues, which often makes them provocative, but today makes them dangerous. Natives of Pisces are advised to take on a rather Libran role today. Children of this sign tend to be very understanding of others, which makes them conciliatory, and tend to have very soft opinions, which makes them reasonable. Children of this sign also tend to have the kind of intuition that can end complicated issues quickly and simply. For the complete horoscope for your zodiac sign, please visit our site at Horoscope-For.com.